Well, of course, a big part of Thanksgiving is the meal, and no doubt many of you are still recovering from yesterday's feast. But some Tulsans don't have that luxury. Today, Search and Rescue Outreach Ministries is teaming up with local churches to feed the hungry and homeless. News on 6 anchor Latoya Silman is live downtown with more. Latoya.
Well, Terry, things are just starting to get started here. It's going to be a large feast. About 100 volunteers have dished up everything from turkey and dressing, and they're even going to give folks a dose of the gospel. And it's a good thing that they made all this food here because they're making dinner for about 300 to 400 people. Now, Search and Rescue Outreach Ministries teamed up with 5 local churches to cook up the feast. But Search and Rescue isn't just doing this for Thanksgiving. The organization does this every Friday night in Tulsa. Its director, Jared Kabalik, says he was once homeless himself, so he knows exactly what many of today's diners are going through.
Basically, God grabbed hold of me and cleaned me up, and ever since then I've just had a heart to come out here and help the people. And I've been doing this for going on 4 years now, and since I've been down here in the streets, I've been seeing a lot of people getting broke free from some of the bondages that's held them in captivity.
And Jared says he's been doing this for quite some time, and each year it gets bigger and bigger, and he says they're not going to stop here. They will be here again next Friday at 6 o'clock at 5th and Denver. Latoya Silman, the News on 6.
The hungry got their fill of a traditional Thanksgiving meal today. Search and Rescue Outreach Ministries teamed up with 5 local churches to feed hundreds of people in downtown Tulsa. Earlier tonight, News on 6 anchor Latoya Silman caught up with them.
Terry, Search and Rescue says no one should have to go without this holiday, so they've dished up a traditional turkey dinner with all the fixings plus a dose of the gospel. They came by the hundreds.
That a lot of these people that's living out here in the streets feels that there's no hope, and I just want them to know that someone loves them.
And will give them a hot meal.
We're going to bring them down here and just feed them a down-home cooked Thanksgiving dinner just like Grandma used to make.
But organizers hope folks here leave with more than a full belly.
And we're just going to just spend a little time and just fellowshipping with them and just letting them know that we care and give them a message from God, because this is what it's all about. Is God placed it on my heart to do this, and that's why we're here.
In fact, you can find Jared Kabalik and dozens of volunteers in downtown Tulsa every Friday night at 6 p.m. But for this year's Thanksgiving feast, he's expanded the operation, teaming up with 5 churches to deliver the food and a life-changing message.
It was an opportunity for me to get involved and bring my church in and piggyback with it and help people out. I mean, they need help.
Kabalik knows that better than anyone because he used to be one of them.
About 10 years ago, I was homeless and bad off on drugs, everything of that nature there, and had my family and friends wouldn't have anything to do with me anymore, and basically God grabbed hold of me and cleaned me up.
And he hopes to do the same for others, one prayer at a time.
Because no matter what doesn't work out, God is here.
Search and Rescue says they'll be right back at it again the same time next week at 5th and Denver. Latoya Silman, the News on 6 tonight.